Warning! This video will contain spoilers for the first season of Hazbin Hotel. I strongly recommend watching the show before this video, as it is an incredible show that needs to be seen without spoilers. Trust me on this. So the internet's been obsessed with Hazbin Hotel as of recent, and for good reason. I watched it and my first time had me feeling things that a piece of media hasn't had me feeling for ages. Laughter, tears, beaming uncontrollable smiles, and laughing fits at some of the dumbest jokes I think I've ever heard. And it doesn't do this with a simple script and animation style. It does this especially well with the songs. And it really doesn't slack on the soundtrack either, which is really what hooked me to the show. I watched its sister show, Hell of a Boss, and while it does have some brilliant songs to its soundtrack, they're few and far between. Hazbin Hotel didn't sleep on its soundtrack, and I love it for that. In today's video, I want to go over the whole soundtrack, ranking every song. I'm not going to cover the pilot songs in this video, nor am I including Addicts, as I have more of a connection and appreciation for the main series of songs, so I want to focus on them. Some of the songs cover topics that may be sensitive to some viewers, so I'll add content warnings and timestamps before each song that I cover. Anyways, let's get on with the video.
Something tells me that today will be a happy day in hell.
Now, every musical opens with a typical musical opening number, and Hazbin Hotel is no exception, with Happy Day in Hell. You can't really go wrong with it, however it's hard to do anything overly right with it too. It does a really good job at introducing Charlie's happy-go-lucky, optimistic personality, as well as how much of a shithole hell actually is. As a song, I don't think it's overly successful, but as an introduction to the world and characters, it's successful. The slug nonce is quite funny too. Wow, slug nonce, what a fucking phrase. Happy Day in Hell gets an okay from me. It does its job, but it's nothing special. However, things do improve, and quickly too.
'Cause hell is forever whether you like it or not.
2 words. Alex Brightman. Adam is fucking brilliant in this song. Alex Brightman is someone who I love in everything he does. I love him in Beetlejuice, I love him in Hell of a Boss, and Hazbin Hotel is far from an exception. He brings such a cocky, bitchy attitude to the meeting, and I love it so much. If I had a nickel for every Vivziepop character that imitates an instrument, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Anyways, as for the song, I love how perfectly it shows off Adam's attitude. He could have just been like, no, we don't want to risk anyone from hell getting into heaven on a whim and causing chaos up here. But instead, he takes the approach of, no, fuck you, I'm better than you, so ha, suck it. Also, the song is just a fucking vibe. It's getting up there with the best of the best. It's too good. Plus, this man, that alone boosts it up to the top.
Welcome home. I'm gonna make you wish that you'd stayed gone.
Stayed Gone is an amazing introduction to Alistair and Vox's conflict. I can't lie, Vox gets fucked by Alistair in this song, and he loses by a landslide. I love the shift from an evil sounding villain song to an upbeat jazz song with Alistair and Vox having a fight. However, this ends up having the unfortunate side effect of Stayed Gone feeling like a collection of 3 micro songs, where the best parts of the songs end before they start. It's not too bad, as all of the 3 micro songs are good for their own reasons, but I start to enjoy Evil Villain Plot Song only for it to change to fast talking infomercial. Then it changes to upbeat jazz shit talking when I've just settled into the fast talking infomercial. But like I said, all 3 of these songs' tones are good in their own right, so it's not dragged down by it, and Vox and Alistair are both brilliant, so I can't not enjoy the song. Overall, I have to give it a really fucking good. It's good, it just feels a little inconsistent, plus other songs are better.
It starts with sorry.
It Starts With Sorry is a song that I'm kind of indifferent to. A lot of people say it's bad. Personally, I think it does its job well. While Serpentious is an Alex Brightman character, this song doesn't have the same charm that his other work has, which means it's not as boosted by his performance. Though I think it's really cute how Charlie managed to turn the situation around to a point of redemption, which shows well what the hotel is trying to do. Though I can't deny that the best part of the song is when it's over. Not because it's bad, but just because Nifty is really funny here.
I hated that song.
Though, the fuck does she step on here? It Starts With Sorry gets an okay from me. It's not a bad song, nor is it one that I don't care for, but it's also not one that I'm overly loving when it comes on.
You better show some respect.
check your behavior.
So, Velvet is the best V, and nothing anyone else can say will change that because it's the truth. I almost just drowned. Anyways, Respectless is a song that I both was and wasn't expecting. It would have been cool to see a song where Carmilla and Zestial basically go shut the fuck up to Velvet, but the song starts with Carmilla snapping as she's sensitive to the fact that she killed the angel. However, Velvet is a complete girl boss and goes, no, fuck you, I have dirt on you now, like I'm gonna sit back and let you silence me. Velvet stealing the show is so entertaining, and fuck me, I love her accent. It adds so much to the cockiness and arrogance of her character, and it comes out in full force in Respectless. This is another best of the best song. I love it so much.
Do whatever it takes, I'll make the mistakes.
Whatever It Takes is a weird song, as it's a duet between two characters who not only would you not expect to sing together, but it's two characters who haven't interacted and aren't in the same room. As well as this, the two are singing about completely different things, with Carmilla Carmine singing about how she wants to protect those who she cares about from the exterminations, and Vaggie singing about how she wants to support Charlie in her dream. There's also a little foreshadowing towards Vaggie being an angel in her parts, like in the line, and it felt so good to be understood, but there's so much more that I wish I could say. When I first watched this episode, I kinda blanked this song out of my mind. I mean, I was still getting over how much I love Velvet. I had no time to care about Carmilla. I only have a couple of criticisms about the song, mainly being that Vaggie's singing voice sounds noticeably different to her regular speaking voice. I'm no music artist, but I feel like this is something that could be fixed. Though I could be wrong. Stephanie Beatrice is still incredible, so I can't say that I'm too bothered. My other criticism is mainly for the show as a whole, which is James Monroe Iglehart's character, Zestial, got about 5 lines worth of singing lines, which I really hope season 2 gives him more to sing, as James has a brilliant voice. Overall, I'm giving Whatever It Takes a decent. It works for what it's worth, but in the end of the day, I'm not choosing to play it on a daily. Though I can't lie, the Egg Boy sang it better.
And the shoes are whatever it takes.
'Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison.
Poison was the first song I ever heard from Hazbin Hotel, as is the case with probably a lot of people. And it's understandable why it was a song that was promoted alongside the release of the show. Poison is fucking amazing. I was hooked, addicted to the feeling. I couldn't help but swallow. Anyways, after hearing this song, I did go on to see it in context, and it made the lyrics so much more heartbreaking. The song and its visuals alone made me and pretty much everyone fucking despise Valentino, and it really shows how absolutely awful the adult film industry is towards its employees. Even then though, Poison doesn't fail in being a fucking brilliant song. It works so well as a standalone and a good counterpart to Michael Kovac's Addict, and personally, I think it's better. The emotion in Blake Roman's Angel Dust is heartbreaking, and I can't help but feel bad for him. I think Poison is my personal favourite song, which may be a generic choice, but I can't help it. It's amazing. Easily top of the best of the best. No question.
You're a loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby.
Ah, Loser Baby. The duet that we couldn't have seen coming.
Okay, I walked right in.
I love Keith David, and hearing his beautiful bassy voice sing already sold the song for me. But the way this song develops both Husk and Angel Dust's characters is what really hooked me. I love the voice that Keith David gave to Husk. His singing is beautiful. Blake Roman is also incredible, and wow, they complement each other too. As someone who is a self-proclaimed loser, I love this song, as it's both Husk and eventually Angel Dust admitting their flaws and the shitty situation they've ended up in and being like, shit sucks. I'm a loser, but I'm not alone, so maybe it'll be a little bit better if we stick together and work through things together. Seeing two characters get over their differences and get along after clashing up to this point is so refreshing too, and the dancing is brilliant. Episode 4 did so well with their songs, and it's amazing to watch. I'm giving this the best of the best. Loser Baby is great. No further questions, please.
Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself.
Okay, I need to open with this. I love the direction they took Lucifer's character. He's made out to be this big scary guy who rules over hell, but when we meet him, he's just a lovable goofball. I love how he's trying so hard to help Charlie with her goals, but he has no idea what to say and do, and his battle with Alistair throughout the song is just funny to me. Though, can't lie, Alistair was being such a dick in this song, which was entertaining to watch. And from now on, whenever anyone pisses me off, I'm going to get out a violin and start playing it in their face. And if they crash me with a piano to shut me up, then the accordion is coming out. Now for the hot take of the century. Mimsy's part of the song is not nearly as bad as the whole community makes it out to be. Like, everyone just decides to hate it and it's ridiculous. It doesn't ruin the whole song. In fact, the song was going absolutely nowhere before she showed up. Like, take Mimsy's part out and continue the song. Where the hell would you even go with it? It was a good way to break the fight and it works. Plus it's Sarah Styles. You can't go wrong with an interruption from Spinell. I also feel like if you're going to say Hell's Greatest Dad is one of your favourite songs, you can't sit there and say the entire song was ruined because of the last 10 seconds. Hell's Greatest Dad is going to get a really fucking good from me. It's fun, goofy, entertaining. However, I have to agree that the song peaks within the first minute, and the rest of it just kind of exists to exist. That's not Mimsy's fault though, I'll live by that belief.
More than anything, more than anything.
Right, more than anything, let's talk about it because I have a lot to say. This song is hands down one of the most beautiful depictions of character development and a repairing father-daughter relationship that I've ever seen. Charlie, absolutely devastated that her own father won't believe in her, compared to Lucifer, who desperately wants his daughter to understand the stubbornness of heaven, is a dynamic that is so difficult to watch, as both sides just want a little consideration from each other. Lucifer is clearly hurting, and so is Charlie, which leads to the two reflecting and acknowledging their past, reconnect and learn to love each other again, and it's fucking beautiful. It is also the first and only piece of media that has me consistently tearing up. More than anything means a lot to me. The line, "I've been dying to find out who you are," hits really hard, as someone who lost their father at a really young age. It made me realise that he'll never truly know who I grew to be, and that hurts to think about. I know he'd want to know, but the world had other plans, and that is something that I just kinda have to learn to deal with. The song brought out emotions in me that haven't seen the light of day in years, and I can't help but adore everything it tries and succeeds in being. And for that, I'm giving it a best of the best. It's a flawless, beautiful, heartwarming and emotional song that solidified Lucifer as one of my favourite characters in the whole show.
Welcome to heaven. Oh.
Welcome to Heaven sucks. Okay, sucks is kinda harsh, but I couldn't help but get the vibes with the filler songs of Hell of a Boss. To be fair, after 4 top tier songs, it had a lot to live up to. It wasn't going to top them, but it could have been a little more than just the Cherub song, but a little bit better. St. Peter just kind of moaned and sang about heaven being good, which, well done, Captain Obvious. Emily's little part to it was cute, but I don't know. Welcome to Heaven just didn't do it for me. It gets a meh from me. It just isn't that good.
I'm sure you wish it could be so, but there's a lot that you don't know.
You Didn't Know is heavily boosted by the reveal of Faggy being an angel. Well, we knew before the song, but Charlie finding out was heartbreaking, and the way she just collapses at the end in pure grief. It hurts. It hurts to watch. Adam is the best, worst, evil bitch in the show, and I can't love him more for it. Lou and Adam had a banging duet together, both of them as cocky and arrogant as usual. I can't lie, You Didn't Know took me a few listens to fully appreciate it, and the way that Emily and Charlie are parallels with each other and come together to agree on the issue. She really stuck it to Sarah, and while what she did may end up with her becoming a fallen angel, I'm sure she'll find it worth it. Sarah not even listening or trying to be open-minded, it's so annoying to watch, and it makes it all the better. Not only that, but the flames in her eyes when she says the line, "do what was required," really drives home the fact that deep down she knows it's fucked up, and that makes it so much more interesting to watch. You Didn't Know gets a really fucking good. My only criticism for the song is I feel like the Vaggy Angel reveal was made to be a whole lot more hard-hitting and shocking than it actually was, bearing in mind that we knew she was an angel before this moment happened. But it doesn't drag down the song at all, and it's still amazing.
Out for love, love.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't overly care for Out for Love when I first heard it. However, it has grown on me. It's not something I'd call my favourite, but I do enjoy it. I can't be the only person who can fully hear Garnet from Steven Universe singing this song. Wow, 2 Steven Universe characters made their way into the show. No wonder why all the gays like it. I think a lot of what's good about Out for Love is the small details, like Carmilla putting her hair down after Vaggie said she's not used to fighting with long hair, so that way it's a fair fight. It's just good. I don't know what it is. However, I think that this is the best I can give it. While I do like Out for Love, it's not a song that stood out to me a crazy amount. I'll give it decent though. I hope Carmilla sings more. She has a good voice.
And although I kind of feel unsteady now, I need to be ready for this.
So I learned something from this song. If ever I need to team up with a cannibal, I need to sing to them. Cool. Noted. Anyways, what I love about Charlie in the song is that she's being commanding, which is what Vaggie was trying to tell her to do. She's come full circle, and that is a theme throughout the whole song. Charlie taking into account everything she's learned and being taught to command and lead the cannibals into battle. Rosie and Alistair have a really cute part of the song, where both of them are excited about Charlie managing to convince the cannibals. It also shows a lot about Alistair, and that he truly believes in the hotel at this point. He doesn't want to just stay to be close to the power. Rosie was already a lovable character before Ready for This, and this song just boosted her lovability even more. However, I feel like Ready for This is a song that's more enjoyable to watch in context than listen to separately. But even then, I think it's good, but I am going to give it decent. It's a good song, but it's a bit slow to get into initially, plus it's better in context.
More than anything, more than anything.
Well, this is a song that exists in the show, isn't it? More Than Anything Reprise is a song that, while it is really sweet and adorable, I can't help but find it disappointing that this is the only duet that Charlie and Vaggie got together. Like a 30-second song basically saying, "Ayo babe, I love you," and that's it. It's a bit disappointing that it's all we got. I'm gonna give it a meh, but a meh above Welcome to Heaven because it's at least adorable.
But by God, Charlie, the show, it must go on.
Honestly, I was so sad when he died, but it all ended up okay for him in the end. Anyways, the finale did what Stayed Gone did, where it felt like a set of 5 microsongs, going from Depressor Espresso, the hotel is dead, to Happy Go Lucky, we got this hotel building going, to holy shit, the V's dancing, to holy shit, Alistair is alive, to holy shit, we've come full circle, it's a happy day in hell. Charlie, absolutely devastated, blames herself, but none of the residents or non-residents are gonna let her quit. And with that, they reconstruct the hotel. This song is the finale that I think the show needed. The song doesn't get dragged down at all by the microsong build, as the parts of the songs do flow well with each other, and for the finale, it makes sense that it's like that. The V's part of the song is where it peaks though, which has nothing to do with the fact that it has the same melody as I Can't Fix You. And Alistair coming back shows us a lot more of his character. What was previously seen as a weird anti-hero character has a full breakdown, looking for a way to break his contract. He then returns to the hotel, to the dismay of Husk and Lucifer. This song took me a few rewatches to fully appreciate it, though I hold the belief that, like with Ready for This, it's much better to listen to in context than outside of the show. But I still enjoy it. I'm gonna give it a decent. It's good, and a good round off for the show. And that is my opinion on every song in Hazbin Hotel. I love this show and everything that it does. In the end of the day, I think all songs are good in their own right. There's a reason that the lowest tier is just meh as opposed to bad, because I do like all the songs in their own right, and I don't really think any song is bad. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button and share with a friend. I'll be back to review season 2 and its songs whenever that happens. And until next time, goodbye.